Today we're making one of my favorite desserts. It's flan, also known as creme caramel. This easy Latin dessert has an indulgent custard base topped with an easy but delicious caramel. And if you like this flan, make sure you like and subscribe. Hey, you're watching Preppy Kitchen, where I, John Cannell, teach you how to make delicious homemade dishes to share with your family and friends. First off, decide what pan you're gonna use for your flan. I'm using an 8-inch round. You could use a bigger one, or you could use several smaller pans. Even a loaf pan will work for this. Then we're gonna make the caramel. Into a large pan, I'm adding 3/4 cup or 150 grams of granulated sugar. To get that wet, 1/4 cup or 60 ml of water. You can swoosh this around a little bit, but here's the deal. Caramel has to be left alone. You cannot mix it and stir it. So after you've added the water, we're gonna place this on heat, and the only thing you're gonna do is have a pastry brush and some water to wash the sides of the pan down. That's it. Do not mix. Okay, let's put this on medium-high heat right now. Place your sugar over medium-high heat and then brush the sides down with a pastry brush. You're just gonna watch to make sure it doesn't burn. You want this to be a beautiful golden color, and it doesn't matter if it's unevenly golden. And now, as things start getting golden, you can wash the pan down if needed. You don't want it to scorch at the edge and burn. There, I have a hot spot, so I'm gonna swirl this around just a little bit. Okay, we're gonna take this off heat right now. Pour our caramel into the pan. Be very careful, as this is quite hot. It's probably about 300 or so degrees. It's entered the hard crack stage. And if you need to, you could definitely just use a spatula to carefully get the rest of the caramel out. This is a waste not, want not situation. Swirl the caramel around so it gets to the edge. And now we're gonna set it aside to cool. It'll cool really quickly into a hard candy, but after the caramel bakes with the flan, it'll liquefy and be just beyond decadent. But for now, let's set it aside. I'm starting my flan with an optional ingredient that adds a lot of creaminess and body, and that is cream cheese. I keep it here to get it to be nice and room temperature really quickly when I forgot to set it out earlier. Today we're using 8 ounces of cream cheese. Our goal is to cream this up, and I just want to show you this. This is a little dot of caramel that fell on the counter, but it's already hardened into candy. So that is probably nice and cool already. There's no need to wait around. We're gonna cream this until, it's kind of broken up and ready for some eggs. Now we're gonna crack 6 eggs into here and mix as we go. Flan is one of my childhood treats. My mom would make it quite often. It was like her dessert that she really enjoyed. That's easy. My dad's favorite go-to dessert was rice pudding. I like the flan better. All right, I have 2 eggs in here. I'm gonna mix this up until smooth, and then let's continue this process until all the eggs are in there. I'm going 2 at a time, but you can do them 1 at a time or whatever you'd like. Cream cheese adds so much flavor and really makes this a bit more substantial. You can omit it, but if you're using the cream cheese, you might have little lumps, which are not your friend when you're making a custard. I'm gonna show you how to get rid of those after the eggs are all in. And if you're following best practices, you would crack the eggs into a separate bowl, 1 at a time, just in case there happened to be a bad egg in the groove. I risked it. Cream this up until it's nice and smooth, everything's incorporated, and you don't see any lumps. That looks pretty good. We have 3 more ingredients left: sweetened condensed milk, evaporated milk, and vanilla. Start off with that evaporated milk. Didn't want that to happen. 1 can of evaporated milk, in you go. Nothing happened. 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. This stuff is just heaven in a can. I like to add this to my coffee in the morning for a special treat. It's really, really good. Get it all out there. I find the sweetened condensed milk adds enough sweetness that there's no additional sugar needed, but if you have a real sweet tooth, you could definitely add in a tablespoon or 2 of sugar to this. Lastly, we have 1 tablespoon, 15 ml of a nice vanilla. Ooh, 1 tablespoon exactly. In you go. Mix this up until it's nice and smooth. So as you can see, my caramel has hardened. It is a beautiful, like stained glass amber color, really pretty, and I cannot wait to enjoy this. I'm doing one optional step, which is to strain everything through a sieve. I just don't want to have any cream cheese lumps. Let's see if there were any. Pour that onto your caramel. Oh my gosh, wait till you see this. Do you see this? So many hidden lumps. I'm really glad that I strained this through. Our flan is ready to bake at 325, but we're not just gonna toss this into the oven. That would be a disaster. You want your custard to cook really gently with a nice even heat. So we're gonna place this into a large roasting dish. We're gonna pour some boiling water into here, although if you want, it could just be really hot water. And I want to have this covered about halfway or an inch. This is going to be a really nice way to provide an even heat while this cooks, so your custard is silky throughout and not hard and eggy. Okay, that's great. We're going to carefully put this into our oven that's been preheated to 325 Fahrenheit. It's going to cook for about 50 minutes, maybe 45. It should be jiggling gently when you wiggle it. In you go. My flan's been chilling for about 2 hours, and when it came out of the oven, it had a jiggle in the center, but right now, that jiggle is totally gone. It's ready to invert. You're gonna wanna use a thin, sharp knife and run that along the edge carefully. So you don't wanna rough the flan up too much, you're really just skirting the edge of the pan. This will help it invert really easily. If you've been chilling it, you probably need to dip this into some warm water, just the bottom, because the caramel gets really thick when it's refrigerated, and you're gonna want to have it be nice and thin so it flips out the right way. And now have your plate ready. It should be one with a lip so the caramel doesn't fall away into nothing. And invert that onto the plate, flip it over, and now tap the bottom, tap, 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 and it's done. You can do this too, so there, it just made contact. Okay, now lift it up. Look at that beautiful flan. That is amazing. I love the caramel on there, and it's the perfect height. We're gonna cut into this right now. I am so ready for this bite, but before I take it, if you like this recipe, check out my Latin playlist. All my favorite Latin desserts in one playlist for you. That is a creamy, dreamy dessert that words cannot describe. I really hope you get a chance to make this recipe, and I'll see you in the next video.